tent is my truck. Wondering why do you got a tent in the back of the thing? It's because I got to work early tomorrow morning on a wheel loader. I got to sleep here. So what? 796 Dodge Ram 2500. It is a 2500. It's 12 valve Cummins servo diesel. This is the best year Cummins has ever made with the PZ7100 pump. Big old 5.9 12 valve. She be making some ponies. Hey George, it just looks like a stock stupid second gen. And to that I say, you're kind of right. It really is stock. But one of the nicer things about it is it does have a rear disc brake conversion in it. That was about $1,000 just for the rear disc. Once again, you might say, George, you really are stupid. But to that I say, I guarantee your second gen doesn't have rear disc. That's a 12 valve. As you see, back in the day, I'm pretty sure, don't take my word for it, but I'm pretty sure the 98, the 24 valve, so in 98 and a half, they started making the 24 valve. That's when they switched to disc because they realized drum sucks. And these still kind of do suck, if I'm being honest, but it's a different kit from a different company. It's not the same as like a factory second gen brake. Again, because I'm a little stupid, I should just bought a rear end from a 98 and a half and put it in this truck. I probably got it for around $500. And I want to save $500 because $1,000 for your disc plus all the time to pull the drums apart. Just it would have been easier to pull the U-bolts, pull the drive shaft, pull the lines off, and just put a new rear end in it, tighten everything up, and that's it. You know, all this up before I get back under the truck. To a normal person, they might look at this truck and say, oh, it's a rust bucket, it's full of rust, it's a piece of junk. But to me, it really is worth saving because the truck only has 70,000 miles on it. You see that? 68,55,7. That's it. And there's more rust I had to cut out. The seats tore. But this is all fixable. It's all worth the money because this truck only has 70,000 original miles on it. Now, there are some issues with this truck, like the exhaust keeps falling off, and you can say, "Oh, it just needs a new clamp, and you need to weld it because it's all shot and rusted and stuff." But honestly, I might just put a 5-inch exhaust in this thing. You get up there to the manifold, right? And then there's a 4-inch that runs down because a 5-inch is too wide, and then you just run the 5-inch from the cap back, so that would be 5-inch all the way back. They do sound really good, and apparently they do help the performance wise. I don't know how much, but honestly, I think it's worth it. I think they're around $500. This truck is a factory auto 47 RE. It's the electronic version. They kind of suck, but you can build them up. Honestly, if I could get a G56 for it, that would be amazing, but I don't feel like doing a manual swap. The pan's leaking a little bit of oil. Honestly, I don't know why. That's an issue for later on. And then we got the T-case. We got the front drive shaft up there. And then the rear drive shaft. So on the extended cab, whenever they started using them in 98 and a half, like it was like a suicide door, they ran a 2-piece drive shaft. I don't know if y'all know about that. Let me know in the comments. If it can handle horsepower, because my dad's got a truck. He wants to turn it up a little bit. So let me know. Because I think single piece is way better without the bearing, like right here, where, you know, halfway through, so it helps support it. I don't know how much power it can handle before it messes up the bearing or it blows out or something. Here is where I went wrong. So what happened was the e-brake got stuck, right? So the pads would stick out to the wheel drum, right? And it was stuck, so I had to cut them out. But I spent a good amount of money for the kit to get like an e-brake on the actual caliper, right? Hopefully it works. It was like an extra $300. It's just the e-brake just hanging right there, just hanging out. We also got the e-brake cable just kind of like tucked up in there, you know. It'll be fine. So right here is where the e-brake thing would go, right? I'm not too sure how it bolt up because my grandfather's truck, he's got pretty much the same setup on it. So I would have to look on it, but it bolts something to this. Enough about the negatives. Let's focus on the positives about this truck. One of the best things about this truck is these are not factory. These are off a Humvee. They are 37 by 1250R 16 and a halves. And they're the good years. Oh yeah, man. So these are military tires, right? They have like an inner, and whenever they go flat, you can still drive on them because there's like a rubber. So I'm not really too sure how it works, but there's like a rubber, and it only allows it to go to like down to here halfway, right? So you could still drive on it. That one's flat, but I can still drive on it. It lugs the motor pretty bad. So what you do is, right, you pull this off, and this is like a separate piece. It's a bead lock is what it is, and you put a seal in there. You seal it all up, but if you pinch the seal, it won't seal proper. You need to do it right on these tires. I guess you could say this is kind of a positive. Truck is a bone stock 12 stock air box. The pump has not been touched because there's that little like wire keeper you can see in there. Hasn't been touched. Bone stock 12 It could be 0 degrees out and this thing will start on first crank, guaranteed. Once you start messing with the timing on these and you start like pulling the airbox out, it really messes with it because it needs so much more time and so much more heat to start, right? They put millions of dollars into designing all this stuff for this motor to start first crank. So once you start messing with all that, it really like kills the start time and it'll end up killing your starter. But I don't really care. I'm still gonna put probably a set of injectors, set of delivery valves, bump the timing up, you know, put a bigger turbo on it, add more fuel, probably put a fast fuel system on it, and get this thing running right. I'm thankful that the truck is stock. I mean like bone stock, not even touch. So it means somebody has been beating the shit out of the truck. The truck does need, like, you know, front headlights. They work perfectly fine. So do the turn signals. Like the fender needs to be pushed in. It's stupid stuff. I need to get a new tire back there or figure out what's wrong with it, plug it, do whatever. It needs a paint job. It just needs some stupid stuff. If you guys actually do enjoy this video, please give me a comment, give me a like. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to get into YouTube. I'm trying to make it happen. I'm trying to grow our business. Backer Service Station LLC. We're in Oxford, North Carolina. We work on diesels. We do hydraulic work. We pretty much do everything. We do fabrication work. Let me know. Send me an email, send me a text, whatever y'all need.